Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any student from Pondicherry? Any student has joined from Pondicherry? Any Pondicherry student is there in the online? Okay. Any Chennai? Tamil Nadu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, from where?
Chennai, ma'am.
Any other student from Chennai? Okay. How the things are there? Shantini? Shantini? Where are you? Which place you are from exactly? Oh my goodness. Talacheri is most affected area, isn't it? And now also downfall is there. Power is also not here. Pondicherry is also down for completely raining. Too much of rain from yesterday night onwards. For you, 2 days. Completely cold here. We are not, no faculty is from there in the office. Only I am an HOD and some office staff people are there. Too cold here. So you are not coming out of your house? That's better. Stay at home. At least you are joining. Okay, the class. But Pondicherry students are not seen. I do not know why. Some Pondicherry probably all the place power cut is there and power cut is also not there. Pondicherry complete 1 day power cut will not be there always. I do not know why he has not joined. Morning it was not there. But only 33 students have joined. Shall we start? Or we'll wait for 2 more minutes? Because I'm checking whether the power cut is there or other places. I don't think so. Students can join. But from Pondicherry and Tamil Nadu, Kerala is also affected, no? Anthony? Kerala. Rain is there, but I do not know if flood is there or not. Other students can join, only Tamil Nadu. When Chantini is able to join. How many students from Chennai? Chantini, do you know anything? You and?
Navarsi, ma'am.
Navarasi has joined now. Navarasi, where
Yes,
are
ma'am.
you from?
I am from Chennai, ma'am.
I
Ambattur.
know from Chennai.
Ambattur. Ambattur.
Huh?
Ambattur, near Avadi, ma'am.
Ambattur, Avadi. How the places are?
In my location, it's better, ma'am, but in the opposite side, it's completely flooded.
Oh my God. Okay, Chennai students are joining. Other students are not joining. Strange. Very strange to see that. 39 students, MTech students are not there. Any previous class was there? The 130 class? Huh? Other any faculty took the class at 130?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No class. Morning hours?
Yes, ma'am. Morning
Yes,
hours we
ma'am.
had class.
You had 3 hours class? Shega?
No,
Yes,
ma'am. We
ma'am.
had
Who took the
we had
class today?
Aramuda ma'am and BKT sir.
Oh, probably here the power is there. They are here in the office, and she is in the quarters, so power is there. That's why they've taken the class. Okay, before the power cut, let us start the class first. I'm waiting for the other students to join. 40 students have joined. Let us go for the class. Okay, fine. Where is that? I should record it. The recording option is not to be seen. Why? What happened? Yeah, it is there. Record, start recording, start. Okay, fine. Then I have to present it. I'm presenting it. Okay, share and hide. Okay, fine. Okay, that case, after the completion of association, we are going for classification and prediction. Very interesting, very important. And biology. In biology, students are working, my students are working most of the time. Sorry, most of the time people are using, biology students are going for data mining, and many research papers we have seen classification rather than clustering. Probably the task clustering is not required in biology. I do not know. Very rarely we used in one paper. Since classification is not there, we use, clustering is not there. We said that clustering will be better than classification. Like that we published on paper. But I don't find clustering too much in biological applications, whereas classification is very important. With this note, I'm starting what is classification and prediction. These two go together always, classification and prediction, because classification is only for categorical values and category. That's what I'm calling it as category values, and prediction is numerical. Same thing when it comes from this category, it is classification. When you want to classify with the numeric values, then it becomes prediction. That's the difference between classification and prediction. But both tasks, classification and prediction, are, are meant to predict or classify the data. Okay? To this note, shall I go? You are able to see my presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So classification and this prediction, we call these two as data analysis. Both are data analysis tasks. As I told you, first we will make or develop a model. Small model will be developed as a classification model or prediction model, describing important data classes or to predict future data trends. Please note down here, describing important data classes. So it completely describes something. When describe, we say that it is a data classes, or if it predicts the, we say that it is a prediction which future data trends, because with a numerical value always will predict the future economy or sales, how we can do, how we can improve, how we study the future trends. That's why we call it as a future data trends for prediction. These two are very important. For both class prediction, we need to make a model. We have to test that model whether it works properly. One it works properly, then go the other, which is other data which is unknown so far, so that we can predict. We will come to the words. So this is required to actually basically data is there in the one. Then you will not know how to predict the data. That is the reason it goes as a classification predicts ethical discrete. Now, what is discrete? Individual unordered tables. Very, very important. Classification is used only for categories because it classifies category according to the class. I mean, using the word class or label. Please listen, class label or label will say. According to that label, according to the class which is defined by us, the data given as an input will be classified. That's why we call it as classification, and also we say classification predicts only. But the same concept is used for prediction model. It's the continuous valued function. Hence, we say that prediction and classification or it has got numerous applications as it is given here for detection, target marketing, and performance prediction, manufacturing, and medical diagnosis, and whatnot. So many, wherever it is something. If you want to classify the students who are studying in tertiary university, who comes under school age and they achieve A grade or S grade, they're taking all the data from the campus generally, not irrespective of the science or humanities or in the arts, irrespective of that. But if you want to classify the students within the group A, who secure S or S grade or A grade, you can do it by using the classification model we created for such practice. Any doubt? So, in that case, for an example, we build a classification model to predict the expenditure of to categorize the bank application as either safe or risky. What does it mean? Too many applications have come to our loan in a bank. Then the bank manager have to analyze the data, loan application data, and he will learn by himself, saying that, okay, this can this serious history, we can give loan keys to safe. That's one category. And the previous history of particular person, or if a new applicant with a salary or with a profile of the customer, he may decide, or by learning through the experience, he may decide to not to give a loan to that person. Then you test the people or categorize the application who requested to avail the loan. You categorize the people as safe or risky. So the safe is one category, class label. Risky is the other category, class label. So you have to define who are all come under safe, who are all the risky. How do you have some property, or you have some definition, or you attributes pertain to say that. So your property, your definition, all need to be given in terms of attribute in a tuple or in a row to say that these properties, if a tuple has these properties, then it can be categorized as. Or else, if these attributes represents the properties of a non-paying customer, then they can be classified as risky. Is a little, you understood what I'm saying? Already is raining, too much of sound. Please interact me quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We are going to see, with an example, we are going to see what does it mean. We are classifying people with their character, whether they are safe or risky. Just I'm saying their characteristic, their experience, their property, the way, definition for safe, risky, whatever the way you are, word you are using. But it should be in terms of attribute represents in a couple of relational database to identify people are coming under safe and people are under risky. Okay, this is an example for class. Alright. You want to see fiction model. So if somebody wants to take expenditure or a shopkeeper, some Walmart shopkeeper manager wants to predict the expenditure in dollars. Potential customer can spend on computer equipment. You can spend a computer, but how we can come to the conclusion that he is a potential customer by seeing his or by seeing his income and occupation. How much income get monthly so that he repay or capable of buying computer. If occupation and income says whether the customer is a potential customer, why? So we need to have the income and occupation as the attribute represented, and how much income, how much of what is the occupation, then you can go for potential. If this income does not fall into your category, then you will say that particular customers are not able to buy computer equipment. Okay, you can class. Have model or task which will develop a model. That model is to be classified. Order to predict what is the label or order to explain. Say for risky for the application, loan application, or what is categorical label or class label, treatment So what I'm trying to explain, they are giving a label or a name to the category treatment. So which are the supposed to belong to A, belong to B, belong to C? Seeing the attributes we can design. We are going to see in short. So these categories, discrete values, no ordering among them. They have also no meaning. So unordered values, discrete or category values, this classification is meant for. For an example, if you represent 1, 2, 3, maybe represent the treatment A, R, B, R, C. Where there is no order in that. Treatment is discrete, isn't it? Maybe what treatment is that? It's radiotherapy or chemotherapy or some therapy. So these three don't have any order among them. Okay, so categories are only taken for classification. So classification works for this slide only explains that you have model, which is called as classifier, and which deals with prediction. Prediction suppose a manager want to decide what a customer will spend during a sale period, how much a customer can spend, how much in dollars, how much in the new value. Then that particular analysis will call as numeric prediction. Normally it is called as numeric prediction, but in short we can say that it is a prediction. So the model constructed, here also the same way we construct a model and predict a continuous function, continuous value function. There should be an order in among that, or ordered value, which is opposed to the category, which this prediction never predict or classify numerical. This is what it says. Then the model, the classifier will say, classification will say classifier. Here the model is to be predicted. Okay, hence both classification and numeric prediction are the major prediction problem. We say numeric prediction as simply prediction. That's why we say classification and prediction go together. Just an introduction I have given for classification and prediction. Any doubt? Or anything you want to ask? Say target, whatever the name want to just an interview. He wants to know which is safe and risky. That is our job in classification. Very good question. Let us go for it. Oh, ask me, how do you say that they are risky and safe? That is done by a function. See, exact what she asked is the right question. Don't speak too much. You tell me what is the safe risk she's telling. That's why we come to the problem. Here, classification. How do you see the classification? As Pooja asked, how do you say that it is risky and safe? So, the classification is nothing but as subject to several predefined categories. What do you mean by predefined categories? What does it mean, predefined categories? Already we know this particular label is defined. How it is defined, already we know that. So here you can take another example is given before we get into the core definition of classification. Okay, let me ask a question here. How do you classify the spam mails? Tell me, students. Let me ask a question different. The server receives all the mails sent by the sender together, but some of the mails are considered to be spam. I know it's happening.
Uh,
Be louder. Here it's too much of raining. Please.
yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, to for an answer to the question, I guess all there's this pre folder which is
job this one?
And who does the job?
Who does the job of categorizing? And who does the job?
Ma'am, the system trains the model and the model doesn't. The classifier doesn't.
Can I say, put this system, we have a model. The picture, are you able to see my picture? Here you see the attributes
Yes, ma'am.
together. The complete attributes are together. Whatever the attribute, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a couple. We got this attribute. Last attribute column is the class label y. So all other x will be x1, x2, x3, x3 up to xn. Okay? Put together x is the attribute that I can say it's a attribute. X A1 A up to A. I will just this model complete adaptable to your classification model. By saying the feature, by saying the it classify, the model classify whether particular tuple goes to particular category and is class Y. It is also the but it is last which is already predefined as families or MRs.
Yes, ma'am.
Classification is the task of mapping an input attribute X into its class Y. That's it. Now we are into the problem. Then input data for classification is nothing but a tuple. I can say one tuple, two tuple, second tuple, third tuple, fourth tuple, number of tuples. Each tuple has attributes x1, x2, x3, x4, and where is the last tuple is y. Do you understand? Then all x1, x2, up to xn, we call it as an attribute set, where the last column attribute, we call it as a y, which is a special attribute. We call it as a class label or category or target. I was completely telling you these things because before coming into the definition, I just want you to these words. That is the reason I was repeatedly saying class label, category or target. Till here, if you don't have any question, please stop. Whereas I'll proceed. Okay? Yes? Now we're seeing Nainika,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Somnath.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question? Kathleen, Caroline,
Hello.
Monica,
Yes, ma'am.